Hi Taurus, this is your horoscope for April 2018. Thank you for joining me. It's really nice to be with you today. Now from the 1st of April through until the 15th of April, we have Saturn conjuncting Mars in your 9th house. Now Saturn is the planet of structure. Mars is the planet of drive, desire, and getting things moving. And in the 9th house of education, in the worker sign of Capricorn, you'll find that for the first 15 days of April, you're really concerned with learning and increasing your skill set so that you can move up in the world, especially when it comes to your career, and that you're interested in learning. So don't be surprised if you find that there are opportunities to take courses, classes, continued professional development, and that you're quite excited about those because they mean that you get to take the next step in your career. On the 16th of April, we have a new moon in Aries happening in your 12th house. Now, a new moon, and I'll make a separate video on this to go into more detail, it happens in the 12th house for you, Taurus, and it's when the moon recharges its batteries by sitting next to the sun, and it pulls Aries energy into the chart. Now, that happens in the house of spirituality and spiritual strength. So what that means is that you're incredibly resilient, you're connected to your guidance, your higher self, and the dreams that you have and the things that you want to achieve are going to seem really straightforward, and any obstacles that are in your way are going to present themselves as a challenge to you that you want to take on, rather than being insurmountable obstacles that you can't handle. You'll feel really empowered, really in control and in charge of your life, and you'll have the strength to get yourself into a direction that you want to go in, or to improve your situation and your standing in life. And that kind of echoes what's going on in your 9th. It's all about expansion, growth, learning, and knowing more. Mercury, the communication planet, also goes direct. Now, that has been in Aries, in retrograde, in your 12th house for the last 2 to 3 weeks, and it's made it more difficult for you to hear your guidance and to know what direction to move in. With the planet going direct now, you hear your guidance really, really clearly, and it's all systems go, and you see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you're aiming for it, and you're going for it. On the 17th of April, all the way until the 6th of September, we have Saturn, which is in your 9th house, going retrograde. Now, Saturn gives you the ability in retrograde to say no and to dissolve structures in your life that no longer work. So things that you may have been studying, or travel plans that you've put in place, or courses you've signed up for that no longer serve you or that you don't think are going to benefit you, you'll be able to let go of those and to replace them with things that will work. So remember, the first 15 days of the month is about creating study and learning that's going to help and support you when it comes to your career. And now from the 17th onwards, it's about letting go of those things which hold you back and which really are just a waste of your time, and which is knowledge and learning that doesn't really help you. On the 22nd of April through until the 30th of September, so again, a really long time, we've got Pluto going retrograde. And Pluto in retrograde is about letting go of inner wounds and taking responsibility for where you are at in life. And that's also in your 9th house. So if you feel like you're not educated enough, or you spent years studying the wrong thing and you wasted your time, you'll be able to forgive yourself and let go of that. You'll take responsibility and say, okay, well, I did waste some time there. What is it that I really want to do in future? And you'll take responsibility for that and study the things that are going to actually support you and take you where you want to go. So this is all about getting things together in terms of your knowledge and your learning, so that you can position yourself in your life in the way that you want to be. Talking about things and learning things that interest you and which really have to do with your life purpose. On the 25th of April, Venus, the planet of love and beauty, moves into Gemini in your second house. Now, Venus in Gemini is very expressive and creative, and the second house has to do with money, belongings, and prosperity and abundance. So any of you Tauruses who are creative, who paint or who write, who express themselves, you're really going to see a great opportunity to sell your work with Venus going into Gemini here for the next couple of weeks, because whatever you express is really going to go down very well, and people will want to hear what you have to say, or they'll want to look at what you've painted. It's really good for creative types to express themselves. If you're not someone who's creative, this is a really good time to communicate what you have learned over the last 25 days, and that's going to help you in your career. So job interviews, asking for promotions, expressing your knowledge and that your expertise are much higher than what you're being paid for. All of that is going to come together and work in your favor. So do those things and look to improve your position here in April. Finally, on the 30th of April, we have a full moon in Scorpio, and I'll make a separate video on this again. But this is a full moon which sits on Jupiter, the lucky planet, and in Scorpio, it's about feelings. It happens in your 7th house, so you end the month with real good luck and guidance coming in when it's in regard to your relationships. What you can do to improve your relationships, how you can start new romantic relationships, and it's your feelings that open doors of opportunity. So the more you listen to your feelings and allow yourself to be guided by them, the better your relationship circumstances are going to look here at the end of the month. And even Venus going into Gemini on the 25th starts that process of communicating in a loving way and focusing on love and bringing relationships into your life. So that's what I get for you in April. I hope you have a wonderful month. If you'd like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to audio reading. Please remember to subscribe to this channel, and I'll speak to you next month.